Hello, my name is Becca Solis, and I want to tell you about a tool that has been very interesting to me, and I recently discovered it as well. It's called Nearpod, and what actually it entails is provides teachers various lessons that they can use on an iPad or a Chromebook, and it can reach multiple students while also assessing them as they learn. So you have two options. You can create a free account, or here you can basically ask your higher ups if you can get it for schools or for districts. Okay, as you can see here, it says for students, enter code to join a lesson. You'll understand what that means in a bit. Before I go into more details about how to use Nearpod, what caught my attention was actually like looking through these videos about what Nearpod actually included, what the teacher could do while students are learning the lesson. It goes into about describing like what access you can get if you get it for free or if you get for school or for districts. So I could get a preview of what, okay, if I want to get this, if I want to see if it actually has lessons that I can use in my classroom. And then when I clicked explore lessons, as you saw as I scrolled down, there's actually a big variety. As you can see, as the screen is going, there are lessons about language. There are life lessons, right? Teaching empathy. There are different lessons for different grade levels. And you can even use virtual reality tools, right, to help these students experience different landscapes. As you can see, different colleges, which is pretty awesome. So what I did first is go straight to science because I teach 8th grade science and it's basically what I'm passionate about. It's my thing. And I looked, I'm like, okay, what can I use for lessons? In the back of my mind, I actually thought about like, okay, what is something that students have a hard time to grasp, or what is something that I might need to reteach later on? As I'm going, I actually thought about tides because I'm really getting close to like moon phases and how tides are affected. So I wanted to check this lesson out, so I clicked it. As you can see, yes, they charge you for it, but you have a free preview. As you look through the preview, number one, they give you a small summary about what the lesson is, and then you can go through, the preview, and it tells you about the teacher who created it, and then it goes through like basically the detail of it, the meat of it. You have the objectives, and it tells you how long it is and what grade levels this would fit for. As you keep going, you have the lesson. Cool thing about Nearpod in general and the lessons in Nearpod is that besides presenting the information, it provides these students with interactive activities. And as they're going through these interactive activities, you can see what's happening on your computer. So even though this popped up, you can continue the preview and see what happens. Here you can see that they can write on it. They have pictures to fill out. And then, of course, the students can assess themselves as you see how they're performing in your computer. Goes through vocabulary, definitions. You can see that this is the PowerPoint background. So basically, you can use PowerPoint and upload and use a lesson. Again, there's more videos that can be seen throughout. So I'm going to go a little bit faster. Again, it does get a little annoying that the preview comes up, but I just want to show you what different types of ways you can check for understanding. So different assessments you can use. So as you saw, kids can actually fill in the blank as they go. There's also multiple choice questions, and you can see the responses. And it helps you catch those misconceptions, so you can see who's struggling, and then pull those students to the side as other students are grasping the lesson. So it goes more into detail. They actually have 3 response questions as well, which is pretty cool. So you're assessing these students in many different ways and through like basically differentiated ways as well. Multiple choice works for some people, free response works for other people, drawing is better for others. So you reach different learning styles. In the end of some of these lessons, Now you assess them with the quiz. And this can be something like your exit ticket that you can use, or as another type of formative assessment. So it shows you the questions, and of course, as the students are going through this, you can see what they're answering, what are their answers, how many people are answering, who is answering these questions as well. So when I saw this lesson, I'm like, okay, that's something that fits. I can definitely use Nearpod, especially when I saw the other lessons that were provided. So it's easy to register and it's easy to sign in. So I'm going to sign in. I use my work email, but as you can see, you can use Google or 365. And this is how the main page looks for me. When I registered the first time, it actually sent me to a page where it provided free lessons, and I got to choose 3 free lessons. So I go to my library, and these are the lessons that I chose that I can show to my other students. So let's say I just choose Learn About the Brain, and I want to do that. I'm going to click the live lesson. If you want to do student pace, that actually goes with the premium version. So you're going to be provided with the code. Your students are going to be provided with the code so they can access the lesson. And you see there's multiple ways that they can reach it. This is the teacher version, right? So as you can see, it's not the beginning of the lesson, but this is one thing that you can do. You can provide instructions for students for an activity. You can give them a picture and tell them to draw on the image, right? And then when kids take the quiz, you see that what type of student score was their score, incorrect answers, and other things like that. Other types of check for understandings you could do on presentations or activities like fill in the blanks. And one cool thing that I want to show you is, let's say I want to present vocabulary. I can basically provide multiple images, multiple words, and definitions on one slide. If I scroll back, the lessons usually, again, like you saw, can start with essential questions. They can tell you what you need to do in order to prepare for the lesson. And again, you have the objectives. That's the teacher view. You can also see what the student is going to view before you even present them with this lesson. So they basically kind of see the same thing you see, but now as they go through the vocabulary, now you see that they are the ones that have the blanks. And they can move these words around and see where it fits. So it's definitely interactive. It definitely can catch their attention. Definitely can prevent students from getting bored or trying to wander into a different website of some sort. So I'm going to go back to teacher view. And I'm going to head out as well. You can always resume back to the lesson. One thing about the free lesson, or the free account, is that it reaches 30 students or like 30 computers. But of course, if you pay more, you give students more and more access to using Nearpod. Lessons are very cheap. As you saw, the one for Tides was $2.99. So you can definitely pick and choose what you want. Also, a cool thing is that you can also have the option to create your own lessons by clicking new. Right, you have a folder, or you can just do a lesson and start from scratch and go from there. You can upload PowerPoints, PDF, Google Slides. You can upload videos, as you saw the other in the other lesson as well. So again, there's different ways you can reach different styles of learning. So again, you saw my library. Basically, you saw how you can explore different lessons. And in the end, you can also see the reports. So anytime the kid's taking the quiz, again, you can see the grades, you can see how they performed. You can see, it basically can help you assess, all right, do I have to do a small group? Do I have to reteach? where are we struggling, which concept do I have to clarify, and it saves up a lot of time as well. In the end, I hope this tool was very helpful and you can use it in your classroom, whether it be reaching a small group or providing it to every single student. You can also use this as a sub-plan, because I know something I freak out about is, are my students learning like from a textbook that I provided or from a packet that I created? And with this, they have a lot of access to videos and checks for understanding while I'm gone, and when I'm away from school, I can see how they're doing. And that basically would relieve me personally. My hope in general, this video helped you out. I would love your feedback, and if you have any questions, you can also put that in the survey. All you have to do is scan the QR code, and I also hope the handout provided was helpful as well. Thank you.